High school football playoffs start in 2 weeks, and the Carroll Dragons are playoff bound for the 19th straight year. 19 years ago, Carroll football coach Leigh was playing Dragon Youth football in Southlake. Back then, he dreamed of one day becoming a varsity Dragon. It's the same dream the third grade Green Dragons have this fall.
Ready, set, hut!
Every day, it's getting closer, going faster than a roller coaster. Love like yours will surely come.
There you go! That's it! Whistle, 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 whistle!
It's exciting watching our kids play and do what they love to do.
I would say that the community aspect of Southlake is amazing. The fact that everybody here is a dragon, and that means something, and you should be proud of it. And that's something that these kids know. These kids know it in third grade.
I just feel like it's a great area to play football because I was used to play football somewhere else and it wasn't as good as this community, and I just feel like this is the place where I belong.
Their aspirations are to be to play for the Varsity Carroll Dragons, and the way the Varsity Dragons interact with our kids motivates them to have the ambition of playing varsity one day. The kids learn at such an early age that they want to be a Varsity Carroll Dragon football player, and that's what's so exciting. Is it's step by step.
I've always been wanting to be a professional football player, so I really want to play for the Dragons because I know they're a really good team.
Drive, Jackson, drive! Good, okay.
Our coach, Leigh, he was a product of Dragon Youth football.
Dragon Youth football is very important to not just this program, but the town in general. I mean, I was a part of Dragon Youth football when I was growing up in this town, and every kid, every football team, there's teams littered throughout the town, and everybody's a Dragon. I would say about 99% of these kids that are playing on varsity right now play in Dragon Youth football.
Is it a big dream to play for the varsity team?
They want to be big Dragons. They want to be in the high school. They want to play on Dragon Stadium, and they know what that feels like, and it's an excitement for them, and it's something that they work for. But it's definitely, they look at those guys like they're the Cowboys.
After living in Southlake for 26 years, seeing all the different championships and the progression of all the different players, and some of the greatest football players have come through to Southlake Carroll.
It's so fun, and especially on Fridays at school, these kids show up in their Dragon gear, and you'll have the Dragon Youth footballs, and they're all in their jerseys going to school that day, just like the big Dragons do. And you have the cheerleaders in their uniforms, just like the big cheerleaders do.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're the Dragons and we say hi!
So it really is just, for them, this is just like Friday Night Lights, except it's Saturday morning.
And I can remember years ago when we would leave and we were just a small farm town, and the sign would be the last person out of town, turn off the lights. And when you can get your community behind your football team, you're going to be, no matter how big Southlake ever gets, we were always going to be that small town that just loves the game of football.
Great work from sports photojournalist Bill Ellis. The Green Dragons won the Southlake Championship in overtime yesterday. They'll play for the North Texas Football League third grade championship against Lantana on November 17th at SMU.